Hello guys, we are back. Today we are going to speak about how to build a new team with under 21 packs. This video is for all the Atric users that are thinking to restart a project but still they have no idea of which plan select. I have the solution, the under 21 packs. The reason why you should start a project like this is because you can build a competitive team with a mid-long term strategy, no time consuming, that will increase the value of your club both in terms of performance, both in terms of money. And this strategy is the opposite to make money through trading in the market that will require you a lot of time to follow the players weekly in the market. So, all the users can start a project like this, also with low budget. Depending on the budget, there will be a package of players correlated to that. To start, you just need at least a coach level 7, better 8, 2 assistant coach level 5, and 10% stamina share to boost the training speed. For the timing, you need to keep in mind 5 Atric seasons. The first 4 focus on the training, the latest one for the competition. That means you will increase the stamina share, you will buy the from coach level 5, hoping to see your players play for their own national team. This phase is really interesting and important because also if you reduce a little bit the speed of the training, you will have a really good opportunity and a better benefit. That means the experience boost. For the revenue, you need to keep in mind that after the cycle of 5 Atric seasons, if you want to sell all the package of player, you will make at least 30 millions of revenue. That means 6 million average by season, and this is revenue, not profit. We will see later an example of how much profit you can make with these kind of players. And after the 22 years old, as told, you can sell all the players to make money, and make another round with a better budget. But this is really for the players that started this strategy with really few budget. But you can, if you invested a lot of money in really nice players and this player played in their own national team with a good boost of experience, you can keep these players until the national team, complete them, and try to win the league with these players. Okay, here a quick overview of the packs, from the goalkeeper one to the forwards. The main information that you can find in this chart are, first of all, how many core players you will have depending on the pack selected, how many trading slot you will have to leverage to make additional money, the revenue that you will have from the core players, the training period, and the revenue by season that I inserted here for reference to support you understanding if your current management is able to guarantee the same level of money. And let me conclude with two considerations this chart. The first one is that these values are for reference. So don't select forward pack just because you see 42 millions that seems that you will make more money versus, I don't know, goalkeeper one. Because at the end, in this chart is missing one info, that is the money that you will make from the trading spot, and in the other packs you will have more. So for me, this overview show you that at least you will make average 30 millions of revenue thanks to the core players or management of the pack. Why? Because you will train good players with good specialties and good skill for the specific role that you are training. And this means high demand in the market because the user that are looking for new player to buy will recognize it. And so this is the main reason why of all this project. And the second consideration is that with this kind of approach, we need to change a little bit our mind. That means that between Atric users, we are used to say, I'm training, I don't know, scoring, but now we need to say, I'm training forwards, because behind forwards, there is a cycle of scoring for sure, but you need also passing, winger, and some playmaking. So if you start to understand behind each role which skill you need to push. At the end, you will improve also in selecting the right player in the market, because you will understand which player cannot benefit from your specific training plan. Because if you buy wrong players, you will reduce also the value of them when you resell them. And also in your own team, the performance of them will not be good as a good player that you will build in a proper way with a good skill for the role that he will play. So this is an important concept. Now let's go ahead deeply, role by role, pack by pack. Let's start with the goalkeeper spec. I will be really fast. I will leave you a link in which you can check all the details. I will explain here with the goalkeeper all the info main. After that, I will go fast role by role. First of all, in the left, you will see the starting skill at 17 years old when you buy the player. It's important when you buy a player at the beginning of his life cycle, let me say, check the sum skill and the potential. On top of that, the specialty is always mandatory, whatever player you select, because it's really important, both for your performance of your team, if you keep him, or for the value on the market. In the right, you will see the value of your player after the first cycle in under 21 stage, so the 5-3 seasons that we saw before. In the bottom, you see the training plan. So for a goalkeeper, you don't need just goalkeeping, but also set pieces. And for some specific under 21, they will require you also defending. And you will have also the detail of how much money you will make from the core player. Now let's go ahead. The central defender, you can select different kind of packs. If you want, you can build a normal central defender more with more focus to defending, central defender offensive that support the midfield with more playmaking, or central defender used for counter attack. That means despite playmaking, you will train passing. At least 5 million this kind of player will bring to you. Here we have the wingbacks, and here you need to keep in mind defending phase, winger phase as main, and also you can build set pieces taker that are really requested from the under 21 team, and also you can leverage in your club. After that, inner midfielder, really easy pack. You just need to focus mainly on playmaking. Winger pack, you need to keep in mind 2 phases main, playmaking and winger, depending on the under 21 or depending on the player and the specialty. You can leverage more on winger skill or playmaking skill in the under 21 stage. The latest one, forwards. Here I inserted the multi-skill forward. Some under 21 and also today in Italy, for example, we are used to push a little bit less playmaking skill and you will push more scoring skill. But you need to keep in mind that anyway, you have all these skill that you need to leverage more on scoring, of course. But after that, you need winger, passing and some playmaking, and there is really important focus on the powerful forwards that are the main forward with the new modification. Really brings a lot of special event, and all the under 21 need it, but also our clubs. So really for me, every team need to have at least one powerful forward. Just keep in mind that if you want to build one powerful with unpredictable, quick, etc., maybe it's better start with playmaking, or because you need to arrive at 10, or maybe start with a player that is really already born with a lot of playmaking, to mix the plan with players like unpredictable, quick, or add one that don't need all the playmaking that the forward powerful need. So this is really important. Also, really think always when you buy at the cycle and to leverage on the skill of the player, depending also the specialty that you buy. At the end, main recommendation, first of all, ask support by under 21 staff that are the first actors that are interested to sell the right players and to have trusted owners. First, 4 pillars. The first one, diversification, is really important. Buy, I don't know, you'd select a winger pack, buy 4 winger with different countries, because maybe you can buy a winger coming from a big country like Italy that have more chance to go ahead in the World Cup. That means for you more experience, but at the same time this player will have a lot of competition between different players, considering the huge pool of Italy. That means that is good in parallel train players coming from a smaller country with less competition, that maybe will have less round of World Cup, but still they have more chance to play, considering there are few players with good potential. After that, really important, the age, because the under 21 will call the player with a good age to play until the final of the Continental, the World Cup, to leverage on them for all the competition. There is a derogation with a nasty fellow or controversial player that can be removed from the under 21 with less risk to reduce the team spirit of the team. So, considering this, you can decide to buy a strong with a high potential nasty fellow, for example, that will play, I don't know, just the round 1 of the World Cup, that some smaller country will use to leverage, to push, to cover the gap with the bigger country, and so your player will have a great chance. Last point, really important, no rush. It's important that you keep in mind to not complete in one day all the team, because this player will play at least for 2 years, real years in your team, or maybe 5 years if you want to bring this player from 17 years old until 13 years old over. So you need to plan properly. Send message to all the coaches of the under 21. Keep in mind, for example, that now we are in August. We will have the good players with the good age for the World Cup 38 with the final in October. So you have all the time to plan properly, to ask the player the package that you want to the under 21 staff, and you will have 1 month before, ideally, already you will know the player coming from the academies, and you will know which player you will buy. And really better than buy some players in the market in 2 days that maybe are not fitting properly, or you want in the middle of the cycle you won't be convinced by them. So this is something that you can do with this kind of packs and the under 21, the national team. What I can say at the end is that really keep in mind this target maybe is not fitting properly with the target of your team, but anyway, if you learn this kind of targets, you can personalize it, but at the end you will understand the weight of the skill for each rule, and this is the mantra, to understand in the market the right player to buy, to sell them in the right moment, to make more money, and everyone at the end will benefit from it, because if you learn how to buy players, also the national team itself will be happy, because the scouting will be easier, and you by yourself you will train in a proper way the player, and the player itself will have more chance to play for their own national team. With that, really thank you a lot to follow until the end the video. See you really soon with other ideas that we have in mind, and for sure we will try to bring to you. Bye bye, Dema.